guest I just met and have had in the studio, but just one time, and just last week, and I loved her so much. I think that one of the things that maybe we don't know about a lot of actors is how very smart they are. And sometimes they play cute characters, or they're sexy, or they're witty, and you don't really know that inside there is an actor that is so bright, that is making all of their choices. And one of my favorite things about working with actors is how smart they are. And when I first interviewed this actress, I was blown away with her brain. And I thought, oh God, please don't ever leave my studio. Let's just, here's a key, come back every day and do the show whenever you want. You all know her for a little show she was on, I don't know if you ever saw it, it's called Gilligan's Island. It was about these people that were trapped on an island. I'm just going to give you the download on it. And they couldn't get to shore, but then sometimes like the monkeys showed up, or like a UFO would land on the island, and then, yeah, amazing. It's all of our childhoods, right? Whether you're sitting right here right now and you're 60 or you're 20, it's all of our childhoods, because it was the thing that was on when we came home. And you're gonna love her. Please bring to the stage my new friend, the wonderful Dawn Wells is here.
Jungle print because there are tigers on that island.
Oh, maybe you were a cougar.
Oh, I'm a cougar now.
You're ready? Look, everyone's a cat today. Lee's a cat. Now you're a cat.
I'm a cat. I got cats.
It's cat personality. I have cats too.
They're the best.
I love them. I never had a cat till I was an adult, because my mom had an awful cat that vomited every time she came home. So we never had a cat. I'd say, can we have a cat? She's like, that damn cat. Cats wait until they know you're coming in and they vomit in your shoes. So we never had a cat.
I had a friend who named her dog the damn dog.
Really?
She'd be out in the street, the damn dog, come home. The damn dog, come home.
And did she?
Yeah.
I'm moving over here to get closer to you.
Why don't you?
You're so far away. Look, they left us the check. I don't know what they're trying to tell us, but... Thank you for doing this. I know we're new friends.
I know, but I feel like I've known you forever. You are really good at what you do.
Thank you, my friend.
You are. She really is.
You are really smart. And when you and my friend Terry Ray, who's friends with many people know Terry Ray here, came and did my show for 2 hours.
Wow.
And I felt like we could have done 10 more.
Yeah.
And the minute you started talking, I thought, this is such a bright woman.
Either that or I just don't know how to shut up.
No, because that would be that you would be talking all the time, but it would not be interesting. I felt like I took my brain for a workout.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of a compliment.
It was jazzercise for you. That's a big compliment.
Well, thank you.
Was it hard for you in our business as an actor? Because a lot of times the attitude is, so just be quiet, actor, hit your mark and do your thing. For you to be so bright, I mean, were there times where maybe you were, because you're so smart.
Wow, I didn't know that. Well, I think in order to do that show with those plots, you just had to zone out of your brain. There was no fact in any of it, but it was such fantasy, it was fun. I mean, Kurt Russell was the Jungle Boy.
Yeah.
That little good-looking kid turned out pretty good, didn't he?
Yeah. He never ages.
No.
And how come he could escape from New York, but he couldn't get you off that island? He could escape from LA, too.
Good point.
And if it was his jungle, how come he didn't know how to get to the other side of the island?
We're still wondering about that one.
But don't you think we loved the suspension of disbelief of it?
Well, you know, we were in our audience. And when we read the script every week, you know, a Jungle Boy was there, the outer space people were there. What? What? What are you talking about? But the fantasy I think, is what kept us all going. There was a lot of reality stuff now.
Yeah.
There wasn't any of that then. You had the monkeys, you had Partridge Family, I Dream of Jeannie. What kind of a plot is that? Didn't matter, she was pretty.
But I think even that was kind of outside the box for what was on before.
Yeah, it was used to be Bob Cummings' show and Beverly Hillbillies. Well, Beverly Hillbillies was out of the box too.
But don't you think that in a way, Gilligan's Island was sort of the great-grandfather of the X-Files? Here you all were, seemingly normal, like the Asians in the X-Files, and then crazy, almost supernatural things would happen.
And it didn't bother us. That's the thing that killed me. I mean, I made coconut cream pies without a cow. Wasn't easy.
And is it true people bring you coconut cream pies when they see you?
Yeah, they do. I've never had one in the face. I did something for Warner Brothers not very long ago, and they said we're testing you doing things or something. They want to see you throw a coconut cream pie, and I threw it right in the lens. Took them hours to
So they say they want to now see you pay for the camera.
That's right. Bye-bye.
But I've heard that people bring them to you when they see you at reunions and conventions.
Yeah.
And I have this vision of you in my mind of like that scene from Hard Day's Night where the Beatles are running and the fans are chasing up the street, except everyone has a pie for you. They're like, no, Don, just stop. I just want to give you this pie. I'm not scary.
I did it once, though. I can't remember whether it was a commercial or something. And Gilligan, Bob Denver, said to me, be very careful because you tend to inhale when it goes, you know, when it hits you in the face. Well, he was right. I almost choked to death. It was just meringue. But when it hits you, it startles you so you do inhale. And you can choke to death on a coconut pie.
I knew that you could drown in like an inch of bath water.
That's right.
But I was not aware that you can drown on a coconut cream pie.
That's right. You can.
If it's projectile.
Want to try?
Yeah. Did you bring one?
No.
Don't you always have one? And the little cutoff? And I'm like, I'll just go get out of the car. I've got the cutoffs of the pie.
I still have those shorts, you know. I look at them and thought, who in the world wore these? And with a little off color here, but what did I wear underneath them? And I know they didn't have thongs in that day.
Yeah, what did you wear?
I don't know. I really don't know.
I think you went commando.
I don't think so.
I bet you wore nothing.
I don't think so. I don't think so. They didn't do it in those days, did they? I don't know. It's a good question.
I think they did it more than now because of thongs. I think now when there's a thong, you'll wear a thong.
With a panty line, you'd see that. Like a bikini panty. Don't listen to this gentleman. We're just having girl talk.
I think you wore nothing.
Oh, why don't we fantasize about that for a while?
Yeah. I was hosting a My Three Sons event in the summer, and all of a sudden, somebody just said, well, you know Beverly Garland never wore underpants. And I thought, you know, there is nothing to train you for my job. Like, just when you think you figure out everything they're going to ask. But for the same reason, because she wore those tight capri pants, and they fit real snug like leggings, and that she wore and you don't want an ugly panty line hanging out.
No.
I just can't believe you don't remember. I mean, I know we're talking about the 60s, Dawn.
Well, I don't remember those at all.
I can't believe you don't remember if you wore underwear or not.
I remember the body makeup. I mean, they wore body makeup all the time. I remember I Dream of Jeannie. Barbara and I were good friends, and we were playing bridge, I don't know, one weekend, 2 or 3 weeks after the show went on, and she couldn't show her navel, I couldn't show my navel. And they put me in some long capri Levi's. I went, oh, Barbara, this is so exciting, because I don't have to wear that body makeup anymore. She said, Dawn, those shorts are your trademark. Don't get lazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good, smart. I'd have been in long Levi's the rest of my life.
So what was supposed to be the storyline there? That the aliens came, or Jungle Boy, and dropped off some new jeans for you? In like your perfect size?
Exactly. And Tina's gowns are always beautiful, you know. We assumed that we robbed the Howells trunk and made our own clothes. All that luggage on a 3-hour cruise.
Well, and I love the fact that we were talking to Lee, and we're going to talk to the other guests tonight about this too, about Catwoman and how she has such a good attitude about it. And you have such a great attitude about Gilligan's Island because you have probably, there are some questions you've probably answered 500,000 times.
Yeah, but you know, when you made a difference. You made a difference in the kids growing up.
Absolutely.
It was a good babysitter. I've had soldiers say to me, I carried your picture in my helmet. I was an abused child, and I hung out with my friends to watch what was good to see, and nobody was mean, and children are beaten up and all that kind of stuff, and you get those letters and you realize, as silly as it is as an actress, where you could have done roles that you'd say, much harder to do, etc. I can't go anywhere in the world that somebody doesn't go, oh, Marianne, Marianne, in 30 languages. I can't imagine the theme song in Japanese. I have no idea. Does it rhyme? I don't know. But the fact that the whole family...
What's sad is I can't imagine the theme song in Japanese. And I can see people singing it like in a Korean karaoke place. I mean, it's kind of perfect. It sounds like a Japanese pop hit on its own.
It could be.
Yeah, it does. I can see the little anime characters singing it in their big club shoes and their purple bobs. I think you're on to something.
I think I am too.
I can see a Marianne Hello Kitty. Hello Marianne, like a little Hello Kitty doll, but in the tank top, polo.
That's right. And the little furry legs. I don't know what those little Hello Kitties are. I don't know what a Hello Kitty is.
You don't know what Hello Kitty is? Oh.
Do you know what a Hello Kitty is?
You guys know what Hello Kitty is?
Yeah.
Right, Hello Kitty is it's a Japanese character, and it has a giant head and a little tiny body, and it's a kitty head, and there's all different kinds. And they're very cute, and kids love them.
And do they talk? I mean, are they little cartoons?
I think they have cartoons in different places with Hello Kitty.
Oh, really?
Yeah, people
Could I
are
Google
obsessed
it?
with Hello Kitty. Yes, you could.
Well, if I could learn how to do the Google, I will go home and do
I bet if you Googled Marianne from Gilligan's Island, Hello Kitty, something would come up. So that's Hello Kitty. See, isn't it cute?
Oh, that is cute.
It's already got half her outfit. It's almost ready to go.
I'm so glad I came. I've learned so many things.
Stick with me, kid.
All right.
But I think the thing that people love the most about Gilligan's Island is like just what you said. That was kind of a strange time in the world.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
you could go to Gilligan's Island and everything was okay, even though it didn't make sense, even though it was weird, it still was okay because all of you loved each other.
But getting down to really what that is, it was 7 misfits who didn't know each other all, except for the Howells and the skipper a little bit. But we all had to get along. We had to cope with what we had. There was no animosity. There was no, I gotta have more of this than you have. And isn't that what the world is today? All these continents trying to get along? I mean, there is a lesson here, as silly as it is.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, it really, 3 generations has made a difference, I think.
Well, I think it shows the most important lesson in life that I believe is that if you have friends, you can do anything, you can get through anything, you can make anything happen, and it just takes 4, 5, 6, 7 people that love each other to even sustain. Look, all Tom Hanks had was a soccer ball.
And that isn't easy.
You got the professor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Imagine
and the rest.
You are so magic, my friend. Tell all my listeners and all the people in the audience what you're doing, because you and Terry are doing a fantastic new web series.
Is that what you call it? I'm learning about this web
it's a web
stuff.
series.
And you can Google it. How do you find it?
Yes, just Google Terry Ray and Dawn Wells, and you'll find it.
Saying I'm still on that frickin' island.
Yeah.
That's the title. 50 years ago.
Oh, Lord.
I don't think the shelf life of a pie is 50 years.
I don't know. We had a good time. We shot it at the beach, and we've got some more episodes to go. So that's a whole new thing. It's got sound came into pictures. Now YouTube comes into television.
But isn't that magic that artists can make their own content now?
Isn't that something?
You don't have to wait for someone to call. You don't have to wait for some studio head to say, I want you. And it's working in the reverse now, where the brass of the industry is going to look at the web series and then say, oh, that actor. And people are getting work
because
out of creating their own art.
And actually creating your own sitcom or whatever you want to call it, you're much more creative than walking into audition for something.
Absolutely.
You're actually getting input to what you're producing.
They're actually seeing you act, which is what you do.
But you have to do more than just act if you're creating it.
Yeah.
Where does my imagination go next? Terry is brilliant at that.
Terry Ray is brilliant, yes.
That's good.
Everything he does is amazing. And he's wonderful to act with, right?
Yes, and he's so giving. If you're not an actor, it's real important what's coming back to you.
Yeah. First time I was on a set with him, he walked on the set, and I was sitting with Susan Olsen, who plays my wife on the web series. And she's going to be here tonight, because where I go, my wife goes. And
that's the way it is, guys.
I said, who is that? I mean, he's just amazing.
Yeah, he is. He's very, very good.
Very giving actor.
And I think that's what happened in our show. There was never any competition with anybody.
Right.
I mean, Alan and Bob together, when you see the difference in the sizes and the vulnerability of Bob, who I just think was a genius with the physical comedy, but there was no competition, a little bit between the Howells. Jim Backus was a great ad-libber. And Natalie finally said, you're stealing all the scenes. You ad-lib every time you come out of the hut. And Jim said, okay, I'll just show you how to ad-lib. And then for the next 2 or 3 episodes, they're ad-libbing so long they kept saying, wait a minute, where's the script? We don't need you this many times in the scene. Just come in and go out. I have a very funny story to tell you that Jim Backus told me. He was very, very funny. His favorite thing was Rebel Without a Cause because he got to play this dramatic actress. But Sherwood Schwartz had produced I Married Joan years ago with Joan Davis and Jim Backus. And both Jim and Joan were total alcoholics, totally drunk all the time, is what Jim said. Never knew what they were saying. And he said, but Joan was so demanding about who she could co-star with. And even if she had to have a dog or an elephant, she had to interview the animals.
Did she have to get drunk with it?
Well, I don't know whether she got drunk with it. She probably doesn't know either. But and Jim probably didn't know either. But they had to have a monkey. She had to have a monkey that she had to put in the sink and give him a bath and dress him. So she interviewed, I don't know, 100 monkeys. She finally found the little monkey she wanted. So she gave him the little bath, the bubble bath, and started to dress him, and he bit her. He bit her arm. Well, she just went into hysterics, and they got the ambulance, and they took her to the hospital, and the next day the monkey died. And Jim said, I don't know whether it was alcohol poisoning or... is what he said about us.
With all my Irish Kentucky relatives, they never killed a monkey. She must have really been hitting it.
She must have been.
You are magic, my friend. Thank you for coming and doing this tonight.
I'm just having the best time. Thank you.
Not even knowing you that well.